Lightning round style? Okay. So first up, Beacon, come on over and I'll put up your slide.
You have to put your mouth really close to them.
Really close.
Really close.
Close like this. Nothing like going first.
Yes. All right.
Hello, my name is Andrew Nefko, and I'm the president and founder of Beacon Bio Innovations, and our company provides optical diagnostic solutions to cognitive impairment diseases. So with the aging population in the United States, there's going to be an increase in the incidence of diseases and disorders that present with dementia, cognitive impairment. Beacon Bio's technology provides pharmaceutical companies with a simple eye exam that is an FDA-approved repurposed device that is accurate, it is non-invasive, it is repeatable and objective, and it will provide the true means to identify Alzheimer's disease in its early developmental stages. Our technology can expedite phase 2 and phase 3 trials so that new and innovative therapies can reach the people truly affected by these devastating diseases. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Rich Belknap with Bridgie Medical. At Bridgie Medical, we're using clinically significant scientific research along with innovative engineering to address the failure of conventional orthopedic implants to sustain rigid fixation and compression in fracture zones. And if successful at sustaining compression, our Bridging Medical micro spring screws, sustained compression plates, and bone sutures will actually disrupt a $7 billion market that's currently happening. It's been going on for 90 years this way. Will actually eliminate or reduce complications due to fractures that take so long to heal, and will help physicians also, because the revisions and the other things that are going on that physicians have to deal with will be eliminated or reduced as well. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dawson Reimer. I'm with Cerebra. If it's true that you can't manage what you can't measure, then it should be no surprise that we struggle to solve sleep. The tools that we use to measure sleep don't actually measure sleep at all, and I'm talking about sleep trackers and sleep apnea tests. And even if you go to the sleep lab, there's no real measurement. They're still relying on subjective rules that were developed in the 60s. Cerebra's patented metrics unlock the ability to personalize sleep care. Our objective, fully clinically validated analysis provide accuracy for big data as well as the individual. To scale our solution, we created a diagnostic platform of hardware and software, and our integrated in-home study service is now being expanded across Canada for providers and payers. Here in the US and international, we look to enter through licensing as well as direct study service. Our leadership team brings specialty pharma, tech management, we have large cap finance experience and IBM product management, and we're looking for investors who are willing to partner with us to unlock sleep care by measuring sleep where it happens, in your head and in your home. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Michael Tessier, CEO and co-founder of Cohesys, a medical device startup out of Toronto, Canada that's bringing revolutionary new surgical adhesives to market. Our first product, Bone Tape, is a duct tape for bone and uses our adhesive, which is the first non-toxic adhesive that can adhere to wet bone. It's meant to replace titanium plates and screws in mid-facial fractures. There are approximately 775,000 of these injuries every year across the United States and Europe, and have traditionally used titanium plates and screws, which haven't seen innovation in decades. The issue with titanium plates and screws is they're difficult to bend, very time-consuming for surgeons, and have complication rates as high as 40% due to issues such as bone migration. Bone tape is applied directly onto the bone by surgeons, much easier to use as it's completely flexible, and it absorbs over approximately 12 months, which eliminates any need for eliminates long-term complications. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My name is Christopher Wilson. I'm the CEO of Edge Surgical. Edge Surgical focuses on developing a new wave of digital orthopedic surgical tools to enable surgeons to more accurately and safely place surgical screws. Our solution for the spine fusion market is called the all-in-one tap. but a bit of a background, legacy tools and techniques to place spine pedicle screws are wrought with costly yet preventable hurdles, including screw placement is up to 20% inaccurate. The process of doing so is overly capital intensive, both from human and equipment as well, and bioburden contamination risks that can lead to surgical site infections. The all-in-one tap addresses these hurdles by moving antiquated analog surgical techniques to the digital age by doing the following. One, it combines as many as 7 legacy devices into one to improve efficiency. It utilizes patent-protected digital depth measurement technology to ensure screw length is not only accurate, but more consistent. And it comes single-use, so to mitigate any risk of bioburden contamination. Therefore, using the all-in-one tap enables a surgeon to not only select the appropriate length of screw, but also ensures the screw is safely away from nerves. This improves patient outcomes and drives value across the entire orthopedic continuum of care. Thank you.
My name is Sam Shames, co-founder and COO of Ember Labs, and we're the first thermal wellness company using temperature as a pathway to the brain to deliver it as a therapy. Our first product, Ember Wave, is an intelligent wristband that heats and cools to help you feel more comfortable by 5 degrees and help with things like symptoms of general menopause. We're here today to explore how we can build on the consumer traction we've had and move into clinical applications to backfill the patient-reported outcomes we've been receiving. Thank you.
My name is Adrian Rodriguez, co-founder of Enlighten Mobility, a med device company helping lower limb amputees take their first steps post-amputation. Currently, amputees are discharged from the hospital just 2 days after surgery, but wait 2 months to 2 years before they get their first prosthetic and start their physical therapy. In this time, they severely deteriorate, and we're here to stop that. So with the Enlight Gait Trainer, we can have patients walking just days after surgery rather than months to years, helping them get on their feet, moving, diminishing the comorbidities that come with the sedentary lifestyle, as well as helping hospitals and rehab clinics billing this more profitable gait training sooner and earlier in the process. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brock Henson. I'm the COO of ENSO Data. At ENSO Data, we're transforming healthcare delivery by enabling clinicians to spend more time on patients and focus less on data. We're doing that through our AI engine that is analyzing medical waveform data. We are in market. We have a massive cloud database, over 400,000 patients, and that's increasing by 14,000 patients a month right now. Our customers love it. We are live in about 270 clinics. Those are sleep clinics to start. Good to see another sleep company up here. We have grown 4x year over year the last 2 years, and we've never lost a customer. They love it once they've started using it. The beauty of that and why is there's no change in clinician workflow while still enabling them to save 75% or more time in making that diagnosis. Our initial 510(k) approval in sleep has created a pathway and a platform for us to build on to introduce additional products into market.
I'm Stan Merritt with Mr3 Health from San Antonio, and we're in the patient home monitoring business. And our name is important, and it describes a lot about what we do. So the MR3 is monitor, report, respond, and remediate. That's what we do. How we do it is using Bluetooth-enabled technology in the home, smart mobile app, and a cloud database to do the analytics. We have the cornerstone device there. You see the Temp Touch. That's this device here, which is ours, FDA cleared, patented, 3 clinical trials all been published. The goal is to save diabetic foot ulcers from occurring in the first place. So our passion is chronic disease and helping patients manage those conditions at home. Thank you.
Good prop. I'm Harold Stelter with Nomore Diagnostics. We're on a mission to identify brain health by measuring and monitoring brain waves when and where they take place on the fields, football fields, and on military fields. Upwards of 80% of all sports-related concussions are never identified because the current problem is you either need to self-report or be identified by somebody else to go to the sideline. Our solution is rather unique. We actually can miniaturize the technology with the help of funding from the Department of Defense through the National Security Innovation Network. And it fits in the palm of your hand. The technology itself is about the size of a thumb, and it embeds into the overliner in helmets and then sticks behind the padding. We've recently gotten some funding from the Football Players Health Study at Harvard that comes from the National Football League's Players Association to fund a study in collegiate football. With any luck, we'll get Northwestern on board. We're in discussions with them right now and a few other Ivy and Big Ten schools. I'd like to thank Matter and MHub for their service in the local Chicago environment as well for their efforts in getting us up and going. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Chip Applebaum from Novian Health, here to talk to you about NovaLase, our minimally invasive laser-based system that destroys tumors. Our first application is breast cancer. And as you know, breast cancer is a pretty major diagnosis, life-changing diagnosis. It means surgery, lumpectomy. You're going to an OR, cutting. Everyone has some level of scarring. It's a week or more before the woman feels like herself. And then even more unfortunate than being there in the first place is a quarter to half of those women have to go back and do it again because they didn't get it all. This is what we're changing. With a laser in a procedure room under only local anesthetic, we go in with far higher efficacy to get that tumor in a single pass, minimal to no scarring. We close with a bandage, not sutures. The woman can get off the table and go back to what she was doing again. And we think payers will love this too. We dropped the cost roughly in half. It's improving outcomes at a better value. And recently we got European approval and fast tracked by FDA. So this is a really great time and opportunity. Hope to talk to you and thank you for your time.
Good morning. I'm Charlie Bilch with Novo Concepts. Every year in this country, about 500,000 patients suffer hemorrhagic, traumatic, or ischemic injuries to the heart, brain, and spine. These patients go to the hospital for treatment of their primary injuries, but secondary injuries extend the damage and cell death well beyond the primary injuries. Now, Doctors Moriqua and Argenta of Wake Forest University, who invented the VAC that totally changed how wound care was treated, have come up with a new technique called mechanical tissue resuscitation, or MTR, to treat the complications of secondary injury. Our first application is going to be for traumatic brain injury. So with Novo Concepts, we have published IP, we have published preclinical work, an experienced team, and exceptionally successful inventors, and we're ready to take the next step in patient care. Thank you very much.
As human beings, we have a pretty low tolerance to uncertainty. But think about the millions of patients and families that go through cancer without knowing whether their treatment will actually work or not. We leave home, we use Google Maps to figure out what the roadblocks will be, how long the journey would be. There's nothing like that that exists for cancer. We've created a computational platform that takes artificial intelligence to virtualize a patient's tumor, bring that together with biophysical simulations similar to weather forecasting to be able to virtually predict response to different therapies in a particular patient. What that enables us to do is serve the entire triple aim, truly empower individualized medicine by selecting the right therapy, the right dose, and the right schedule per patient, and transforming patient experience as it relates to the collaboration between the patient and the physician. Thank you.
Quick story. I had a phone call with the doctor, with actually a parent from Blacksburg, Virginia, a couple of weeks ago. His son had been in an SUV accident in the fall, had a series of trauma plates and devices in his arm, and was facing amputation because of a chronic infection on those plates. What we're targeting is prosthetic joint infections on prosthetic joints, hips, knees, as well as plates. We are killing the bacteria and the bacteria under biofilm using alternating magnetic frequency, a device. Basically, if you want to think about it simply, the reasons they tell you not to go in an MRI with metal in your body, we're targeting that to cure and kill the bacteria in the body. It's non-invasive. It's not even skin contacting other than the fact you're being placed. Think of the device kind of like being an arm cuff where you find it in a pharmacy where you check your blood pressure. It's a small coil. You tune the temperature and frequency and the protocol to suit the patient needs. Thank you.
Good morning. Last but not least, I'm John Zach, CEO and co-founder of ExitTech, and I'm here to talk about blood. So blood is as vital to life as the very air we breathe. In fact, without blood, you can't transport the oxygen that's required for life. The coagulation process that regulates bleeding is one of the most complex and multifactorial processes in the human body. It's a process that impacts every facet of medicine. It is a process that we know a lot about. However, it also is a process that the diagnostic world struggles with even today. A device that delivers real-time, clinically actionable data in a handheld, portable format does not exist today, until now. That device is ClotChip. This is a single test that is backed by years of clinical research, peer-reviewed research, and a strong strategy team to take this company forward. Join us as we change how medicine is altered by one space going forward. Thank you.
Nice job.